Chris, how is Kyle doing?
Good. He went through practice today, but we'll see how he keeps responding.
I think one of the things from defensively, you guys are always done well all season. But it seems like game one was slipping screens, like Nikhil and Jaden navigating those. Just how do you see, what do they do so well to not get hung up on those over and over again and get through them?
They compete. They really compete on the ball. They compete through screens. It's been one of our kind of staples. Just got to be able to navigate that. So there's so many great guards in this league. We're fortunate to have multiple guys who we can put in front of them. We have there's support from Rudy or the bigs behind him. But the care factor is high. That's where it starts.
2 years ago, rebounding was her biggest weakness in the playoffs. Rudy, even last year, rebounding wasn't really maybe where you wanted it. But is this kind of what you envisioned before for Saturday when it comes to playing big, the kind of rebounding you need, not just for the but for
Yeah, I thought we did a great job on both ends. Rebound the ball, kind of play with that desperation to go get it, physicality to hit. That's what you have to do. You got to find ways to pose yourself. We've been a big team all year. That doesn't just mean two bigs in the paint and punishing people. It means you got to be physical with your screening, physical with your rebounding opportunities, and with a lot of the lineups that they'll put out there, we felt we have an advantage size. So guys did a good job of capitalizing on that.
As the importance of that and the emphasis on that really clicked in for guys like Jaden and Jaden.
Yeah, I think you've always heard me say you're only as good a rebounding team as your small willingness to go rebound. On both sides of the ball, and that has to be the case. No doubt.
When you talk about maturity on this team, is this game two a maturity type thing to see how they respond to winning game one?
I think there's some level of it. I wouldn't say if we don't respond and don't win game two, we're an immature team. But our approach has to be one of, like it was the other day. Keep our edge, keep our desperation. We still have a ton to prove. We expect this to be a really long series. That's a great team over there with a bunch of good coaches that are going to make adjustments, so we got to be ready for those. So human nature is obviously to relax a little bit, and we've been preaching that you have to guard against it. So we'll see. Hopefully the guys, and I'm pretty sure they'll be ready.
Chris, you said last week your rotation is going to be about around 9 guys. If Kyle can't play, does it stay around 8, or does somebody else have to fill in that 9 spot?
We're lucky to have 10 guys who we feel can play rotation minutes. Who those guys are at any given moment may change. Obviously, the injury forced some things the other night. So we leave it open as we do, but we know we got depth to be able to go either direction that we want to. So,
Chris, if they go smaller here in this next game, what's the key to kind of being able to counter that? And you went to zone, it seemed like against that some. How did you feel like you guys did in that zone?
The key to all of this is always ball control. You got to sit down and guard the ball when they go small. That's where it starts. You got so much ball skill, so much firepower with the ball in their hands. That's where it starts for us. And transition is going to be huge too.
Chris, were you able to enjoy the atmosphere?
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. Crowd was amazing. They're into it from the beginning. We get off to a big start was important for us to make sure that we were able to kind of match the starts that Phoenix has had against us, but also key in that was keeping the energy in the building, which was great. So it's always enjoyable after a win. I'm not sure this is always enjoyable after a loss, but nonetheless, it's fun to play in these atmospheres.
How did you teach reducing turnovers in the week you had off?
I'm not sure you teach something like that. I just have to keep stressing it. I think a lot of it has to do with just making the simple play, the play that's right in front of you, don't overcomplicate it. So.
A few different matchups against Denver. You borrow on Jokic a lot. He just has to kind of defend. Sometimes minimal help.
Yeah.
AD, same here. He's probably going to give up 28, 30 points, but what does it say about him that he's willing to make the sacrifice to take on that matchup and just do it to the best of his ability?
Yeah, I thought Cat's game the other day was outstanding, man. I thought he played clean. He thought he played efficient. He battled at everything. Looking back at a lot of those shots KD hit, they're superhuman. You just have to compete your best. Cat's done that all year. We've said that part of the secret of our success is Cat's willingness to sacrifice on both ends of the floor and still find ways to make major impacts. He finished second in scoring. really efficient, got to the free throw line, played physical with intelligence. Thought it was outstanding. So going to need more of it.
You mentioned having to pick your poison with a team like Phoenix. Is Kevin Durant shooting contested mid-range jumpers even as good as he is the poison they're picking in the series?
And I wouldn't say that. I think he's certainly a guy that he can carry them all by himself at times. So you got to be mindful of that. There's just a lot going on out there. So it might flip throughout the game. It might flip from game to game. So.
When you have 3 all-star shooters and then a guy like Allen who can hit an open 3, do you prioritize what you want to give up if you have to give up anything?
Oh, that's what this is all about. You got to prioritize everything when you certainly get to this time of the season. You're not going to be able to take everything away. So certainly got to figure that out. But it all starts with getting back and being solid early, and I thought we were able to do that the other night. So.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.